set of people are the youth. And these youth have the ability, they have the potentials. So if given the opportunity, I believe we have potential youth. There are a lot of youth that are doing very well. So because, you know, the youth have been clamoring because they see that in all aspects of positions, key positions, there are a lot of elderly people. When you look at it, the statistics of youth is very less. It's very limited. So they want inclusivity because they feel, okay, they are left behind and they have this potential. They have all what it takes to be given in terms of impactful leadership. So I believe, you know, some people do say the youth can just go and mismanage. They have that sense of mismanagement. Okay, if the youth have sense of mismanagement, they should be given the opportunity, because if you talk about the corruption in the country now, they don't talk about, I think most times they talk about, if we are calling corruption, they are talking about people, that elderly people, people that are at the age of our fathers. So if they say, okay, there will be mismanagement in the youth governance, let them give the youth the opportunity to go and lead. Then let's see if there will be that corruption or not. So I think the youth should be given an opportunity. It's a very, very important aspect. Yeah.
Why do you think they are not just super included? You know, if you're looking at the statistics on the margin now, it's just so little. Not sure if it's even up to 5% of youth being included in terms of governance and decision-making in organizations. So that brings me to the question, how can government and organization create inclusive space for youth to participate in terms of decision-making?
Okay. So you see, to my own perspective, there are three things the youth need. The youth needs skills, they need infrastructure, and they need an enabling environment. So when you talk about the skills, the youth need modern skills, they need innovations, they need creativity, they need an in-house production. When I talk about in-house production, you can imagine there was a time we import toothpick. You can see how little toothpick is. So I think it has come to a stage whereby we need to have responsible consumption and production. That's in line with SDG 12. If this country is productive, I believe in terms of economic growth and development, will be top-notch. You understand? So when you come to the aspect of infrastructure, the youth need electricity, they need affordable internet, they need transportation, they need access to finance, they need access to farmland, they need a mechanized farming culture. Because gone are those days where we use the traditional system of farming.
Because we have several types now.
Technology,
green light.
Yes, technology is there. We have a lot of measures of mechanized farming currently. Not just globally. So we need to bring out those potential, because if youth are involved in the agricultural sector, it will be a plus to Nigeria. Because the agricultural sector is a sector that can produce more jobs than any other sector. Because it's more of productivity. So when you include youth, and when you include youth in that agricultural activity, there will be a lot of production. You know, there will be a lot of creativity. There will be, in fact, it will come to an extent whereby we will have even a lot of expectations for farm produce. And when it is like that, creation of jobs is crucial to the economic growth, development, and sustainability of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So it would be very lovely for for youth to be involved in agricultural empowerment, because they have the talent. Our youth are vibrant, they are active, and they have that passion.
To do that. So. Okay. What strategies can effectively empower youths in terms of taking ownership of their development? You know, most of the times now, you know, youth can be, like I said, like a desiccant when it comes to, you know, taking actions. You know, you feel I'm still young and I can just relax. I have more time when there's no more time, when there's no time. So what can, you know, help, you know, make them more effective? What strategies can be put in place to empower them?
Well, one thing is that it comes from mindset sometimes. Sometimes there is this mindset. You know, there are a lot of youths. They are productive. They are very intelligent. The brilliancy is there. The intellect is there. But some of them feel, okay, I have this potential, but I don't have who to help me. I don't have sponsor, no support from government and all that. Then why there are people that they don't even make attempt of doing anything? So that's why I'm telling you, it comes from mindset. Because any positive change you want, you yourself is a driver of that growth.
Okay.
Because that's why, you know, when you grow, it's for a goal. That's why it's a growth for goal. So what needs to be done in terms of that for youths to take ownership? Youths have to change their mindset of okay, I don't need to do anything. I just want to get it. I just want to make it very easy. No. And youth should also remove that mindset of immediate gratification. You need to work very hard. You need to put in your mindset, because some people will say, okay, I want to do so thing. I want to do this. I want to do that, but I don't have the money.
But do you have the patience?
Do you have the patience? Do you have the idea? You know, whenever you're starting anything, it's all about, it's either you have one thing, there will be two things on the table, the idea or the resources. You can have the resources without the idea, and you can have the idea without the resources. So what keeps you going? As you are like this, what are you doing? You need to ask yourself. So you need to start from somewhere. You need to do something for yourself. That's why we're encouraging digitalization.
Yes.
So because if you look at it now, just like the former Minister of Communications,
yes,
he wrote a book, Skills Rather Than Just Degrees. Some people are misquoting. What he just meant is that degree is very essential, but go beyond degree. Have skills, because those skills are the drivers that will keep you to sustainability. Because the sustainability of this world now lies on digitalization, technology. So we need that advancement in that technology. So whether the government will empower, it all comes from our personal mindset. So there's a need for personal development among the youth. Let's prepare ourselves. Let's prepare our minds that there's a lot of work up there. You can't just go there like that. So, but with that, government should also take charge that there's a responsibility for them to empower this youth. It is their obligation.
Before we get into the educational aspect of this conversation, because we are definitely going to x-ray that aspect, we're going to x-ray the educational aspect and also scale. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about technology. Though we'll get into digitalization in maybe second half of all of our conversation. Let's look at the angle of technology now. You know, in this 21st century now, technology is ravaging the entire universe now. Yes. And then countries like, you know, India, you know, Asia, they have their youths, you know, teenagers, teens, you know, doing great things with technology. So now, looking at our community now, Nigeria, how can technology be leveraged to enhance youth engagement and preparation, you know, to be able to merge with your, you know, co-counterparts when you meet in world-class stages?
Well, it all comes down to the education, especially in the undergraduate level. Because these are things that, okay, when there's a way they will make the syllable, because I had now some universities are trying to like even make entrepreneurial skills with the syllabus curriculum so that youths will be able, or students will be able to have those skills so that
way before they graduate.
Yeah, for sustainability. So I think this comes with an enlightenment to universities, high institutions. They need to understand this aspect of technology, because technology has driven the world now. The world is going about technology, and believe me, in Nigeria, there's a lot of technology. There's a lot of technology experts. We have those potential in technology. Now look at Nigeria now. Every day you hear a case of Yahoo Yahoo. Why is Yahoo Yahoo trending? Because we have those talent of technology. But the problem is that maybe they look at it, okay, I don't have any feature now. I feel the government cannot do anything for me. So what should I do? Let me just continue duping people online. And how can you even dupe someone online if you don't have the technological skills, if you don't have the potential of cyber skills? These are things that, okay, these are people. That's why in Americans, sometimes when they get someone and doing all this kind of stuff, they don't even like arrest the person. They try to get him to work in the organization to secure a lot of things.
CIA.
Exactly. You understand? Yes. So these are things we need to do. So, and when you are applying this thing, not just for the applying purpose, by the time you apply this thing and you get talent, you get talent, I think there should be like a technological or something that a technological driven initiative, so that it will trigger the student to participate, to compete. You know, when you compete and you get those prizes, even though you don't win the first, second, maybe you get some consolation prize and all. So it will trigger the student to even do better. So that will further technological advancement. So it should be inserted in curriculums so that students will get engaged. So, and you know, as it starts from there, even when they finish the university, maybe it can even become a passion to them. And before you know, you see that some people are eating food, some people are taking care of their families with all this kind of skills. So I think it's just time for us to wake up, and the leaders, people who are in charge, people who are supposed to guide, they should do the needful so that this student will be impactful.
Yes. Before we get into the educational aspect, which we've started scratching the surface, so before we x-ray deep, we would be going on a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll be looking at the angle that the Ministry of Science and Technology will need to play in terms of creating training programs for youth to be able to, you know, have technological knowledge so they can be able to expand and then do things and become better entrepreneurs. Please do stay with us. We'll be right back when we return. Many thanks for staying with us. If you're just joining, this is Midday Discourse on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi, and I have a guest seated here with me in the studio, Abdullahi Mohammed. So we've been enhancing the world population or Nigerian population of youthful enhancement and how they can impact Nigerian economy and Nigerian workforce. That's both in terms of decision making as well as entrepreneurship. So now we're getting into skill. Now we're about to knock on the door of the Minister of Science and Technology, because now the youth are crying and clamoring for workshops and then skill training for them to be able to impact the future workforce as entrepreneurs. So what role can the Ministry of Science and Technology play now? Because, you know, the world is digital, obviously, and then it's not going to stop anytime soon. So looking at the Ministry of Science and Tech now, what role do you think they need to play in terms of creating workshop avenues for youth to, you know, be in the forefront of the future workforce?
Well, they need to look at it from the current perspective. What they need to do is to look at, okay, what are the issues in place? Okay, how can we improve this? If it is a technological issue, okay, how can we improve it? How can we even bring it to the system? That was why I told you earlier, it lies with collaboration, institutions, agencies, schools. You know, you can't even, I believe that now, even, you said in Asia, little children have technological advancement. So even from secondary school, I think they should put these initiatives of technological advancement. There are several areas. Is it the cyber, the computer? You understand? There are all these courses are there. Some universities now, maybe you can see that the issue, I think one issue is that a lot of institutions just offer the theoretical aspect. We only do theory. What of the practical aspect? I'm a testament of practicalization. I'm telling you, there are things you will not even have passion for. But when you see the practical aspect, you see it face to face, it will become a passion for you. So they need to visualize things like practical approach of things. They should not just give students the theoretical aspect. So the Ministry of Science and Technology should even collaborate with a lot of schools. We can look at those courses that requires practicalization, and they should enforce it. They should make sure that that school create that enabling environment for students to see that practicalization. Like now, there is this presidential CNG initiative, that is a compressed natural gas.
Yes.
So look what brought about it. Looking at the removal of subsidy.
Yes.
So they are looking at, okay, how will we have a sustainable energy that will be more affordable? When you look at CNG and the natural gas, it's not just affordable. That is not just the significance. It has less emission than diesel, the petrol. You understand?
Yeah.
So, and they are doing this thing in line with, and they want to achieve, okay, a net zero emission and also an eco-green. So there are initiatives. There are initiatives for the CNG. Like just yesterday, the President commissioned NNPC, and they commissioned about 14 buses for this powered by CNG.
30 buses.
Yeah, how many buses?
30.
30 buses.
Yes.
Okay, about that. So these are initiatives, and I saw I think Nasani in collaboration with which motor is it? KV Motors.
KV Motors.
They opened a workshop for CNG conversion. So, and you know, there's an initiative they brought whereby there are participants, they will go there and learn all those kind of things. So these are practical approaches that we need, and it's essential. It will lead to growth. Because tomorrow now, even though they are students, tomorrow they can come back there and work because they have the experience, they have the exposure, they know the practicality involved in conversion from PMS to CNG. So they know how to treat it. So these are measures we need to put in place. We shouldn't compromise this. So when we continue this will yield to development of the country.
Yeah, you know, you made mention of curriculums of schools. You know, if we look at, mostly now we are seeing private schools almost in every state now in Nigeria. What does this leave now for the common man who cannot send his children to private schools, where we tend to see this top-notch facilities for children or for students to be able to, you know, compete with their counterparts in every other aspect of the world in terms of technology and practicalization? What role does the government have to play now for our public schools, government schools, and state and then federal universities? Because if you're looking at it now, most of these leaders actually went to our states and federal schools before they were able to like attain positions that they attain in. But looking at it now for the common man, you know, if you're not suffering ASU strike today, you're suffering something else tomorrow. And then these lingers students being in school for a very long time. How can those areas now be settled? That is one. And then how can, you know, there be improvements in terms of facilities and then things being provided for, you know, these students to have a healthy environment for school?
Okay. You see, when it comes to, I'm not a product of when things are not working, you just blame the federal government.
Okay.
We have the local government, we have the state government, then we have the federal government. The local government is there. In fact, if a local government system is working, you won't even query the state government. And if the state government is working, you won't even query the federal government. So what you need to do now about this aspect of development, this local government, the representatives are there. What are they doing? The problem is that there are basic things we need to prioritize. You can't compromise education. Education is a key weapon for a country's development. If we are not educated, me and you, if we are not educated, we won't be here in this show. We have representatives. This is not only for the federal government. This is an aspect whereby our leaders need to be very, very conscious of the educational sector. It is very, very important. It calls for collaboration. So that's why I was telling you, this leadership is based on willingness. Some people are just there because, okay, come and contest, you just go there. So that passion have to be there.
Okay.
And people need to understand the concept of leadership very well. There is no leadership without making impact in the lives of people. Leadership is when you make impact in your life and also make impact in the lives of people. If you don't make impact in the life of people, then you are not a leader, honestly. So the senators, the House of Representatives, all those people, they need to come hand in hand, look at this aspect. Education aspect is the key aspect that need to be looked at. So by the time, if they come, if these people come, collaborate, and if the awareness is there that, okay, we need to do this, we need to do that, I'm telling you, there will be massive development in the educational sector. So I think we don't have improvement in some aspects due to lack of tolerance and due to negligence. So we need to prioritize the educational sector. Both parties, the local government, the state government, and the federal level. We need to prioritize. And again, anything we are giving, if you say, okay, you release fund for this educational development, we shall make sure that there is effective monitoring in that aspect so that those things will be done. So we need to make use of this opportunity judiciously. We have everything. The resources are there. So let's do it. When the resources are being released, then let's try and do the needful so that people will benefit. I don't know how people feel, because I feel, to my own perspective, I feel if you do anything that will impact people, in fact, you yourself, you feel comfortable, you feel happy, you feel relief. So those are things, we need that motivation. We need to be talking to each other. We need to be telling each other the truth. These are the things we need to do. So, and when we continue like that, life will be good.
You know, we can't have conversations about education and not also have a conversation about mentorship.
Yeah.
So what role now does mentorship have to play in the life of any youth that is looking to enhance his or her, ability in whichever field he or she decides to go on?
I will tell you today that mentorship is very, very important, very, very effective. I had potentials, a lot of potentials in me. I know these are the things I want to do. But honestly, I could not exploit those potentials until when I met my mentor, Associate Prof. Ahmed Adam. When I met him, I saw him, in fact, I saw him via LinkedIn. I never knew that he is a professor, he's a senior lecturer in my school. I met him. The day I met him, I told him that, I've been seeing him. That day, we started talking. We were together for more than 5 hours. We started talking. It seems like we knew each other for long. So right from that time, I had potential, and those passions I'm having inclined with his own, to the glory of God. And he kept mentoring me. Anything he sees, okay, this is how I'm supposed to do. He would tell me, this is how I'm supposed to do it. These are the areas of improvement. In fact, when I got this interview invitation yesterday, I got it yesterday around 7, 8. When I have to consult him. I told him, because he's my mentor. I can't compromise that. And I can tell you as well today, Associate Prof. Ahmed Adamu have done so many marvelous things to my life. So there is impact in mentorship. I can never talk about mentorship without mentioning his name, because he has given me a lot. He has given me in fact, the confidence I'm having here, talking to you boldly, I got that mentorship, that spirit from him. So, in fact, the experience I got from him, which are very positive, is so overwhelming. I have other mentors, like Engineer Musa Kolo. A lot, these are people, you need to get people that, okay, yes.
In line with your vision.
In line with your vision. You understand? You need to get people, again, very, very important. You need to get people that will tell you the truth. Saying the truth will improve you for better. Sometimes while people are being misled, is because they don't have people that will tell them the truth. So telling people the truth is very good. Effective mentorship is very, very important. You need to have someone you look up to, so that you'll be looking at those giant strides in that person, so that you uplift yourself. Yeah, it's a source of and driving your potentials. Yeah,
a very source of driving potential.
Yes.
So on this edition, so we've had 2 different segments already, so we have more to get into, but we'll be going on another quick break, and then when we come back, Midday Discuss continues.
But by your name, you say global. So global is a big coverage. So you are taking a big name, but you are starting from from scratch. So that big name, by the grace of Almighty Allah, you achieve that. You will appreciate your activities, your reportage, and everything you are doing. Do it with the fear of Almighty God. Step by step, you'll be growing very, very globally. Get your things right and then report rightly. And inshallah, sky will be your limit.
Time check. It's midday. Then it's Midday Discourse. Midday Discourse is a program that covers trending local and international news, current issues, and human-related topics. Join Samuel Odi weekdays 1 p.m. on Global Television. The discussion starts here.
Yes, many thanks for staying with us. If you're just joining, this is Midday Discourse on Global Television. And many thanks for joining with us. That's if you're just joining. So now we've been having conversation on how youthful population can enhance the future. You know, all of these angles, we've extracted the aspect of inclusivity and also educational aspects. So now we're talking about innovation. You know, how can innovation hubs and incubators support youth-led startups and ideas? Most of the times, youths tend to have lots of ideas, business ideas, yes. You know, ideas to maybe create apps for deliveries, yes, and yes. all of that. But now, they tend to have a lot of challenge in terms of getting you know, funds and then supports from people. So now, what role can private organizations and the government play to enable this happen? For youth now, for youth now to be able to access, you know, quick support for their startups.
Yeah, currently there's National Youth Fund. Yeah, National Youth Fund from Federal Ministry of Youth Development. Mm-hmm. Well, the application process is already out, so it gives youths an opportunity to apply. Mm. Like on Saturday, I was in a program with the Minister of State Youth Development. He was saying it. He said those are opportunities given to Nigerian youth, and it's open for everyone. You don't need to know anybody. You assured with passion. You said it with passion that you don't need to know anybody. And again, through his office, there is a Nigerian Youth Academy. Again, he said this is an academy that is formulated for people with creativity, skills, and ideas to come and bring up ideas so that they can pilot those ideas. So from the government side, so from the private sector, there are a lot of companies that do all this startup. So there are a lot of initiatives like that, and it has been going. Like my friend of mine, last week he got over $15,000 from his startup program. So it is
in Nigeria here.
Yeah, yeah. So it is a program that we just need to like widen our eyes, like put our eyes, go through the internet. There are a lot of opportunities there. So the problem is that some people feel in the journey for success, they feel it's very difficult. But the honest truth there is that in the journey of success, rejections are more common than succeeding at once. So we need to have this mindset that slowly but surely. So let's just keep going. Let us not give up. There's a lot of opportunity, so just keep going. So there is a doctor, the executive vice and chairman of Sahad Hospital. He was at the program also. So he was now saying that about people saying they have the ideas, they don't have and the resources. So he was now saying you have the idea. If your idea is very good enough, you feel it's very good enough, who have you shown? He said you should try as much as possible, have like 100 contacts. When you have 100 contacts, screen those contacts to 10 contacts. Follow those people. When you go, at least one person will pitch into that idea. He said if you don't have those contacts, shame on you. So these are the kind of things you need to do. There are strategies you need to implement for yourself. You understand? So that comes with personal development. So it's very, very important. That's why I take it as a very vital aspect for someone to take in personal development for positivity in himself. So there are a lot of opportunities. Currently, this government, there's Nigerian Youth Fund that they open, NYIF something.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it myself. I saw it, yeah. I went through the application process myself. So there are opportunities. Currently,
what can you say about the application process? Is it fair? Is it not so rigid that some persons will find it hard? What are the basic things, since you've gone through it, what are the basic things needed for one to go through, to go through those applications?
Okay, the basic thing, you just fill your details, and there are, you fix in your business plan. Okay. That is the document. Then also, I felt the challenge, that's why I mentioned one of the things youth need is an enabling environment. Okay. Like now, you see, some people have the ideas, but now there's you need to upload your certificate of incorporation. That is the CAC certificate.
Yes, which is one of the challenges that a whole lot of persons are facing.
Exactly. Yes. So that's why I said there should be an enabling environment for even business, for the youth. Whether you are even doing import or export, there should be an enabling environment. Because tariff charges stops a lot of people from then pushing business. So now you see, maybe someone wants to apply for this youth fund. And he does not have CAC. Now, I'm sure for you to do CAC, you need about 30,000. That is for business name. Then for...
and then you obviously need a current account.
Yes, you go to the bank, all those kind of things. So even how you need, maybe someone from the village now, he needs transport, come and do this. How is he going to get the money? Yes. So those are the challenges. That's why, some things, sometimes they say, okay, maybe you see when an opportunity comes, like it seems limited because of this kind of opportunity. So it's a challenge for that CAC document to be obtained. No money, no asset. Some people maybe they are even in the village. So how can they come to Abuja or get someone? So those are the challenges in that distance. Though the distance is open, the quota is open. I'm sure it's not still close up to now, but those are the challenges.
What do you think now can be done now to curb this challenge out? Because this challenge of not having CAC or having the resources to have, probably some persons can say, okay, you need 30,000 to have your CAC. Okay, take 30,000 now. Where most of the challenge might be now would have to resort to the current account, right?
Yes.
So what is being done now to have those angles now maybe sorted?
For the current account?
For the current account.
Well, the current account, I feel it's not even a challenging aspect.
Okay.
Because if you have your CAC document, because CAC document is a criteria for getting a current account. So, and it even costs much. Because CAC, when you open an account, what they will tell you, I think you need to put, is it 10,000 naira for the account to stand? You understand?
Yes.
So, and the CAC, when I know, 4 years back, when I had for my own company, it was about, I think I spent about, is it 25, 30,000? So I wonder how much it will be now. Yes, so I think opening an account is not even the major challenge. Okay. Getting money for the CAC is one of the major challenges.
Okay.
Yes.
So, okay, these now are just the issues now that are obviously on ground, and then we're expecting to, have it resolved one way or the other.
Yes.
So that, youth will decide will take themselves off the streets.
Exactly.
Okay, now, we'll look at those aspects and hope that, those in the ministry, those in the positions to make this happen are watching, and then we'll get to work and see what they can do to see all of these decisions taken into action. So let's look at policy and governance now. How can the government now develop a youth-friendly policy and governance structure? You made mention earlier that, a whole lot of things are being done, and it needs to start from the local government. Looking at it now, this current administration has taken the states to court, and then finally they've won the local government autonomy, meaning, resources that is meant for the local government goes direct to the local government account, which has not yet, monies now are yet to be paid, because elections now would be holding in some states from next month and then a couple of months to come. So looking at those angles now, how key is it that this government has a good structure that have youth included in terms of governance?
Well, the local government autonomy I feel to the youth, because I've seen a lot of youth even coming out. In fact, I've not seen a local government election that have a massive turn-up from the youth. So a lot of youth are coming out. So that that feels a sense of opportunity. It has a sense of opportunity to them, because for them to come out, because before it has said, okay, the doors are locked, but now the doors are open. So everybody will feel free, even though maybe they go for the election and they don't win, but they feel, okay, yeah,
I did my best.
yes, I didn't feel intimidated. I came out and I did my best. So, and that is just the first time, you know. And who is a winner? A winner is a loser that keeps trying. Yeah. So before you win, you have to lose first. So I feel it gives a sense of inclusivity, and a lot of youth. I have a friend, even I was surprised. Yesterday I saw his this thing. He contested for this thing. He's contesting for chairmanship, and I played with him in this thing. I said endorsed. So I feel happy also because he has that courage. He's given that opportunity. So. And you will contest.
Okay, well, that's an avenue, so it's open, so you can go contest for your local government chairman and whatever with your own party of choice. But there's something that they always say about youth getting into power. You know, a lot of persons have argued that youth get into power because obviously Nigeria is blessed with literally everything. So they say they go into power basically because of, you know, what the position would benefit them. How true do you think that statement is?
Well, everybody has his own perspective. Definitely, you will see the people that are going to the position because of benefits. Then you will see the people that will go there for the passion to work for people. Then, what you need to know now, it's not about, okay, whether their mindset or what. You know, the problem falls down to the masses. So let's say now you saw this one, okay, it's not doing anything for you. The masses, it is your responsibility, collective effort to look at whom you trust, who you feel you can do something effective for you guys, who you feel, okay, you can do something reasonable for you guys, that you guys will feel it in your, because that's why I believe there are no bad or good leaders. But informed and uninformed electorates, because we have the power, we have the weapon to. So it's not all about if you feel, okay, this one is not here to serve you right, then you have the weapon. During an election, kick him out if you want to. Then that one is a normal perspective that everyone will say. But, you know, even though, like, you know me, you know my mindset, some people will say, okay, it's politics, so he might even change. So let's see your potential. There are a lot of people that are doing well in politics. I have a senior colleague, currently is the deputy speaker of my state, of Nasarawa State House of Assembly, Honorable Mohammed Adamu Yanki. He was my senior colleague. Right from when we were in school. He was my SRC president, Student Representative Council. He did well. He pronounced leadership. Today, now he's at the House of Assembly. Nasarawa State Assembly is the second in command. After the speaker is the deputy speaker. Still now, he's still doing well. He's having the impact. So it's not about judging him from the past. Even look at the present. What is he doing? He has done a lot. He like the people's concern is in his mind. And I've seen his activity, even though we've not been talking closely. I've been watching him. Today, whether he's there or not, I will say, yeah, he's doing well. So we have potential youth. We have youth that are ready to serve. We have those ones that are not ready to serve. And that lies to every age group, whether the elderly people, whether the youth. So it's a matter of mindset. If you put your mind to do something good, then fine. Everybody will come and say, some leaders will come and say, if you elect me, I will do this for you. If you elect me, I will do this for you. Before your election, what have you done? What have you done? So that's why our people should look at it very well, very well. Critically. Those people that are coming today to contest, what have they done in the past? What impact have they done? You understand? You don't have to do it in a very large scale. With your own way, in your own little way, do it, let's see. So those are the kind of things people should see. Not after making mistake, you come and say, it is a criteria. We need to widen our horizons on this aspect of choosing our leaders.
Yes. You know, we are also going to look at the angle now. Nigeria is actually obviously populated with youth, and then the level of unemployment, it's more on the youth. How can those angles now be addressed?
Sorry, come again?
You know, looking at the population of Nigeria,
yes,
it's more dominated by youths.
Yes.
And again, youths now led the just concluded end bad governance protest.
Yes.
So now let's look at the angle of, you know, jobs, that's unemployment, the rate of unemployment now. Lots of youth are actually suffering the fact that they don't have jobs. So how can this now be addressed in terms of, you know, addressing innovative solutions?
Well, like I told you, we have the opportunities on ground. We have the resources. It's just for it to be effectively put in place. Like I told you, I gave you an example. When I was talking about mechanized farming culture.
Yes.
I'm telling you, agricultural sector, if there will be a massive empowerment, if they employ the youth massively in the agricultural sector and they give them adequate machinery that they need for agriculture, I'm telling you, agricultural sector will produce and create more jobs than any other sector, you know. You understand?
Yes.
So we have, this idea is there. Let's put it in place. It's not all about the funding issue. The funding issue, obviously, is not going to circulate. You understand? I applied, even myself, I'm not sure I'm going to get it. So, but will I just stay like that? You know? But some people, there are people that, okay, they will put the effort, and by the special grace of God, they might have one or two people that will like help them. But some people, they even feel hopeless. They feel hopeless. So there are a lot of distance. We have the mining sector, we have the agricultural sector, we have the oil and gas, we have the trading sector, a lot of distance, and the problem of, that's why I was telling you, the youth need enabling environment. Just like the way we were talking of the tariff, the taxes. Some people are ready to, with the little they're having, they are ready to like do all this kind of, so they need to cut all those things for them so that they will involve themselves and feel relevant in life. You understand? So
yes.
There are a lot of, we need to widen the sectors we are having, put this in place, employ people. You understand?
Yes.
And the one issue is that if we want jobs to go around, we need to be a productive country than a consuming country. You can imagine, we import toothpick. You understand? So we need to have, we need more production. If there's productivity, maybe there's a shoe factory, you understand?
Yeah.
There will be a lot of youth that will be working. In fact, some of all these bad habits that people do, they won't even see to do it because there's something engaging. You understand? Work will be there. So it's just all about productivity. Honestly, if there's productivity, honestly, in fact, there will be a lot of work. Just like now, we have refineries that are not working. If refineries are working, how many people do you think will be working in the refinery? Just a case study. I'm just giving you just refinery as a case study.
Yes, because we obviously have we have two in we have one in Kaduna, we have two in Warri, and then we also have I think Port Harcourt as well. Two as well. Yes,
so you can imagine. In fact, the size of refinery, do you know how it is? It's very big. You understand? Just like a factory. So how many people will be employed to a factory? Even at least now you say, okay, maybe those three refineries, now let's say we have like 3,000 youths. You understand? 9,000. You understand? It's something. You understand? So that's how you keep looking at sectors, how we can push people, how you can push.
But do you think this government is doing enough to, you know, get all of these things going with the youth as well?
Well, as I told you, I was in a program with the Minister of Youth State, and I've been looking at his activities.
Yes.
So he's bold enough talking, and I feel he's passionate about what he says, because anything that is happening or bothering you, I see him with the activeness. And as you know, this government, they labeled their platform to be renewed hope.
Yes.
So we are waiting for our hopes to be renewed. Hopefully.
All right, that's how much time will permit us to take on today's edition of the program Midday Discuss, and I'll see you again. Abdullahi Mohammed, thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, so that's how much time will permit us to take on today's edition of the program. My name is Samuel Odi. We hope that the renewed hope renews our hope. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Thank you. Great.